See, the next compound of alkaline earth metal is beryllium hydride. See the polymeric form of beryllium hydride. So we are discussing about the polymeric form of beryllium hydride. So the molecular formula of polymeric form of beryllium hydride is BeH2N. See the case of beryllium hydride. We can see in beryllium hydride the bridge bond of beryllium, hydrogen and beryllium. We can see only 2 electrons are involved in the bonding. So only 2 electrons are involved in the bonding. And how many centers are there? 1 beryllium center, 1 hydrogen and again 1 beryllium. So basically 3 centers and 2 electrons. 3 centers and 2 electrons are involved in the bonding. So this bond we call bridge bond. Bridge bond, 3 center 2 electron bond. So basically in the polymeric form of beryllium hydride, bridge bond is basically 3 center and 2 electron bond. And also we know the compound is calcium fluoride. So basically the another name of this compound is fluorite. So calcium fluoride is called fluorite basically. Now see the hydrides. As we know, all alkaline earth metals, form hydrides of the type MH2 type. So all alkaline earth metal form hydrides of MH2 type. See, we know BeH2 beryllium and magnesium hydride are covalent in nature, and also their structure are polymeric in nature. So in group 2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. So first 2 hydrides of beryllium and magnesium are covalent in nature, while the hydrides of calcium, strontium and barium is ionic in nature. And we know the structure is polymeric in nature. If we see the type of bond in beryllium, hydrogen and beryllium, this bond is called as bridge bond. This bond is basically which bond? Bridge bond. See, the bridge bond of beryllium, hydrogen and beryllium. In this we can see that only 2 electrons are involved in the bonding. So only 2 electrons are involved in the bonding, while the centers are 1 beryllium center, 1 hydrogen and 1 again beryllium. So basically the bond name is 3 center 2 electron bond. And we know when these hydrides react with water, they release H2 gas. For example, calcium hydride CH2. Another name of calcium hydride is we called hydrolith. So this is the common name of calcium hydride. So CaH2, calcium hydride. Another name we say hydrolith. When reacts with water, it liberates hydrogen gas with the formation of calcium hydroxide. As we know, when there is release of H2 gas, it means these hydrides can behave as an reducing agent. Due to liberation of hydrogen gas. So basically due to the release of H2 gas, all these hydrides can act as reducing agent. So due to release of hydrogen gas, all these hydrides can act as a reducing agent. Now we see the preparation of beryllium hydride. So the next method is the preparation of beryllium hydride. So beryllium hydride is basically obtained in both form, impure form and pure form. So when we prepare the beryllium hydride BeH2 in impure form, then BeCl2 is mixed with lithium aluminum hydride, which acts as a strong reducing agent. So basically lithium aluminum hydride is a strong reducing agent. When BeCl2, beryllium chloride, reacts with lithium aluminum hydride, it forms beryllium hydride BeH2, which is in impure form, along with LiCl and Friedel-Crafts catalyst and HydraCl3 also. Now see the method for the preparation of pure beryllium hydride. See, so pure form of BeH2 is prepared when BeCl2 is passed with lithium borohydride LiBH4. So LiBH4 is basically a mild reducing agent. So this is a mild reducing agent. When LiBH4 is passed through BeCl2, it forms BeH2 in pure form along with LiCl and diborane. As we know, when we move from beryllium to barium, so basically size increases. As size increases, it means tendency to release H2 increases. So bond becomes weak. When beryllium to barium we move, the bond of alkaline earth metal and hydrogen becomes weak, means release of H2 becomes easy. Release of hydrogen becomes easy when we move from top to bottom. Therefore, reducing character increases from beryllium to barium. See, reducing character of hydrides. So reducing character of hydrides of alkaline earth metals. See, as we know, when we move from beryllium to barium, size increases. Therefore, metal hydrogen bond becomes weak. So release of hydrogen become easy. Hence, BeS2 has highest reducing character, and BeS2 has least reducing character. Now we will discuss about another ion which we called nitride. As we know, in nitride ion, the charge on nitrogen is -3. In case of nitride ion, the charge on nitrogen is -3. So basically, to balance, we know alkaline earth metal charge +2, and in nitride charge on nitrogen is -3. Now cross multiply. So it forms M3 and N2. So basically, the nitride formed by alkaline earth metals are, so all alkaline earth metal forms a nitride of type M3N2. Now see the case of both alkali metal and alkaline earth metal. So basically, in alkali metals, only first element, which is lithium. So only lithium form nitride of type Li3N. Why lithium form nitride? Because due to anomalous behavior of lithium. So basically, due to anomalous behavior of lithium, only lithium form nitride when lithium directly combines with nitrogen. It forms nitride, while other member of this group, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, they do not form nitride. Now see for alkaline earth metal. All elements in alkaline earth metal, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. So all elements of alkaline earth metal form nitrides. So these all elements can form nitrides. Now see basically the formation of nitride. As we know, this is the metal which is alkaline earth metal when react directly with nitrogen. As we know, in case of nitrogen, due to triple bond, there is high bond energy. Therefore, high amount of energy is required to break this triple bond. So when metal directly combines with nitrogen, it forms metal nitride. We can also see the reaction in the ionic form. So metal will changes into M2 plus form, divalent cation, and we know nitride ion is basically N3 minus. And when we cross multiply, the formula will be M3N2. This is the ionic nitride, because in this process the product of charge is 2 3 6. So basically, lattice energy we know depends on the product of charge. So product of charge is high means lattice energy is high. So when there is formation of metal nitride, also we say ionic nitride, high amount of lattice energy is released in this process. See, while in the case of Li and N3, so when we see when metal is unipositive, then the product of charge is 3. It means the product of charge is less, therefore lattice energy is less. But in the case of Li plus and N3 minus, what happens? As we know, lattice energy is proportional to product of charge divided by distance square. So basically, product of charge in case of Li and N3 is also 3. But due to small size of Li, so radius of cation is small. therefore lattice energy is high. So basically in case of lithium nitride, lattice energy is high, therefore only lithium of alkali metal can form nitride, other members cannot form nitride. See, so in case of alkaline earth metal, group 2 elements and lithium, the lattice energy release during the formation of nitride is sufficient enough to break the nitrogen bond. So we know nitrogen bond is very strong, high bond energy. Therefore to break this high bond we require high amount of energy, which is provided by lattice energy. So which is possible in the case of alkaline earth metal and lithium. So in case of alkaline earth metal and lithium, the lattice energy is released during the formation of nitride is sufficient enough to break the nitrogen triple bond. Where in the case of other alkali metals, lattice energy is not high. Therefore, the lattice energy is not high, therefore it is not sufficient to break the nitrogen bond. Hence only lithium and all alkaline earth metal can form nitride, while other members of alkali metals do not form nitrides. See, when these nitrides on hydrolysis gives ammonia gas. So basically nitrides on hydrolysis gives ammonia gas, because in nitride ion present is N3 minus. When combines with hydrogen it forms NH3. So for example, these nitrides on hydrolysis gives ammonia gas. So on reaction with water we say nitrides gives ammonia gas. For example, calcium nitride, when reacts with water it forms calcium hydroxide with the liberation of ammonia gas. Now we will discuss the another topic, which is carbides. See, what is carbides? So basically in carbides, the first compound of carbide we are going to discuss is beryllium carbide. So the molecular formula of beryllium carbide is Be2C. We know the charge on beryllium is +2. When 2 beryllium atoms are used, means total charge is +4. It means the charge on carbon is 4 minus. So basically this is C4 minus ion is basically carbide ion. So C4 negative ion is basically carbide ion. So beryllium carbide is formed when beryllium ion combines with the carbide ion, so it forms Be2C, which is beryllium carbide. And the most important reaction of beryllium carbide is when beryllium carbide react with water. When beryllium carbide react with water, it releases methane gas. Therefore this method we call methanide reaction. Due to formation of methane, this process we call methanide reaction. So basically methane gas is prepared from the carbide of beryllium, therefore we call this reaction as methanide reaction. So beryllium carbide on reaction with water forms methane, therefore this reaction we call methanide reaction. For example, this is beryllium carbide. When reacts with water, it forms beryllium hydroxide and methane gas is released, therefore this process we call methanide reaction. Now see another carbide compound, which is calcium carbide. So the another carbide compound is calcium carbide. So the molecular formula of calcium carbide is CaC2. So basically in this case we know it is ionic, so the charge on calcium is +2. So there are 2 carbon atoms, so the charge on 2 carbon atoms will be -2. So basically calcium carbide CaCO2 contains C2 2 negative ion. Ca2 plus and C2 2 negative ion. Basically these carbides C2 2 negative, these carbides is known as acetylide. Why we called it acetylide? Because these carbide can form acetylene gas. As C4 negative we call methanide reaction, formation of methane gas. But in case of C2 2 negative ion, This type of carbide we call acetylide because it forms acetylene gas. Which we also call welding gas. Molecular formula is C2H2 on reaction with water. For example, when calcium carbide reacts with water, we obtain acetylene gas. Therefore, this carbide we call acetylide due to liberation of acetylene gas. See, we can write molecular formula C2H2 and structural formula C triple bond C, and calcium hydroxide is the byproduct. Now see another carbide. So we have discussed two carbides right now. One is beryllium carbide. From beryllium carbide we obtained methane gas. And next carbide we have discussed calcium carbide. From calcium carbide we call acetylide due to liberation of acetylene gas. Now we are going to discuss about magnesium carbide. See, the magnesium carbide. Basically, the formula of magnesium carbide is Mg2C3. In this case, we can see the charge on magnesium is +2, and there are 2 magnesium atoms. So total plus charge is +4. Hence, minus charge should be -4. It means the charge on 3 carbon atoms is -4. This we call magnesium carbide. So basically, magnesium carbide is formed when Mg2 plus reacts with C3 4 negative ion. Basically, MgC2 on heating converts into Mg2C3. So the next topic we are going to discuss is allyl. So we have discussed methanide, acetylide, and the next topic is allylide. So the next topic is allylide. See, allylide. What is allylide? Basically, allylide on reaction with water. It forms propane gas. So basically, it forms propane gas. Now see, for example, Mg2C3, magnesium carbide, we also called allylide. So basically, magnesium carbide we also call allylide or allyde. So on hydrolysis, there are 3 carbon atoms. So it produces propane with the liberation of MgOH twice. So we have discussed about methanide. In methanide, beryllium carbide we have used and prepared the methane gas. While in calcium carbide, we also called acetylide because liberation of acetylene gas. And in case of magnesium carbide, we prepared the propane gas. So this is also called magnesium carbide. We also called allylide. So basically, in 3 parts we have discussed about carbides. One is methanide. So methanide, we have used beryllium carbide and contains C4 negative ion, and hydrolysis of beryllium carbide gives methane gas. Therefore, this reaction is methanide. And the next carbide is acetylide. In acetylide, we have CaC2. So basically, C2 2 negative ion. So basically, this compound is called acetylide because on hydrolysis it gives calcium hydroxide and acetylene gas. Now see the next. Next we have discussed about the allylide. So allylide is basically Mg2C3, magnesium carbide. So in magnesium carbide, the ionic part is C3 4 negative, and on hydrolysis it gives propane gas. And acetylide on hydrolysis gives acetylene gas, ethane gas, and methanide gives methane gas. Now we will see the reaction of carbides with nitrogen. See the reaction of carbide with nitrogen. So basically, the reaction of nitrogen with carbide. The first reaction is when calcium carbide reacts with nitrogen gas at 1100 degrees Celsius. So basically, at 1100 degrees Celsius, calcium carbide on reaction with nitrogen, it forms calcium cyanamide. And the formula of calcium cyanamide is CaNCN. Also we say CaCN2. So basically, the anionic part, as cationic part is Ca2 plus, and the anionic part is CN2 2 negative ion. So basically, calcium cyanamide contains anionic part CN2 2 negative ion, and this ion is isoelectronic with CO2. Also isoelectronic and isostructural. So structure and number of electrons in calcium cyanamide is same as CO2. So as we know the structure of CO2 and calculate the number of electrons. So basically number of electrons are, in oxygen 6 electrons are there, in carbon 4, 6. So basically the number of electrons are, in CO2 in number of electrons are 8 2 16, 16 and 6, 8 and 8, 8 2 16 plus 6, 22 electrons are there. Now see in cyanamide ion. So cyanamide ion we know CN2. So 6 plus 7 and plus 7, 14 plus 6, 20 and minus 2 is 22. So these are isoelectronic. So these are isoelectronic and isostructural. So the structure of CO2 is same as the cyanamide ion. And calcium carbide on reaction with nitrogen at temperature of 1100 degrees Celsius, it forms calcium cyanamide. The cationic part is Ca2 plus and the anionic part is Cn2 2 negative. Now see the formation of next compound on reaction with nitrogen. So the next carbide is barium carbide. So basically when barium carbide reacts with nitrogen, it forms barium cyanide, which is BaCN twice. Now see the hydrolysis of calcium cyanamide. So basically on hydrolysis CaCN2, on hydrolysis means reaction with water, it forms calcium carbonate along with the formation of ammonium hydroxide. So when calcium cyanamide reacts with water, it forms calcium carbonate along with the formation of NH4OH. Now we will discuss about the anomalous behavior of beryllium. Okay. The anomalous behavior of beryllium. Anomalous behavior of beryllium. We know beryllium with respect to other members, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium. So beryllium with respect to other members of the group shows different behavior. So this behavior we call anomalous behavior. So basically beryllium shows different behavior from other members of the group due to the reason behind anomalous behavior is the small size of beryllium, and also due to high ionization energy of beryllium, and also we know in beryllium 2d orbital is not present, as beryllium is a second period element, so there is absence of vacant 2d orbital. So due to small size and high ionization energy and non-availability of vacant d orbital, beryllium shows anomalous behavior. Now due to anomalous behavior, the properties of beryllium is different from the other members of the group. See the difference in the properties. Now first difference in the property of beryllium is basically the most of the compound formed by beryllium are covalent in nature. Most of the compound formed by beryllium are covalent in nature due to high polarizing power of Be2 plus ion. And we know polarizing power is proportional to covalent character. So basically most of the compound formed by beryllium are covalent in nature, as due to small size it has high polarizing power, while the compounds formed by other alkaline earth metal are ionic in nature. So first difference we have seen. See the next point of difference. The next point of difference is compound of beryllium are easily hydrolyzed, means compounds of beryllium are easily react with water. Why? Because we know due to high hydration energy of Be2 plus ion. So due to high hydration energy of Be2 plus ion, compounds of beryllium are easily react with water. Now see the oxides and hydroxides. The oxides and hydroxides of beryllium are amphoteric in nature. So oxides and hydroxides of beryllium are amphoteric in nature, means these oxides and hydroxides can react with acid as well as react with base. While for other members, the oxides and hydroxides are basic in nature. So the oxides and hydroxides of beryllium are amphoteric in nature, while for other members, these oxides and hydroxides are basic in nature. For example, beryllium oxide and BeOH twice. Oxide of beryllium, hydroxide of beryllium, amphoteric in nature. Magnesium hydroxide is only basic in nature. And we know when we move from beryllium to barium, So when we move from top to bottom, due to increase in size, electron loose tendency increase. Due to increase in size, electron loose tendency increase. Therefore, metallic character will increase. So metallic character increases from beryllium to barium. See, the next point of difference is, we know when beryllium, because beryllium is amphoteric in nature, react with acid as well as base. So when beryllium react with alkali means base. So when beryllium react with alkali or base, it gives hydrogen. While the other members of this group, do not react with alkali because basic in nature. Other members are base in nature, and base do not react with base. Therefore, only beryllium reacts with base alkali and gives hydrogen gas, while other metal of this group does not react. So beryllium on reaction with NaOH liberate hydrogen gas. And we know the hydride of beryllium. So BeH2 is electron deficient in nature. And also covalent, and also has a polymeric structure. So BeH2 is electron deficient and covalent and polymeric structure. And in polymeric structure, we have studied about the 2 center 2 electron bond. So basically in BeH2, the structure of BeH2 is polymeric, and in BeH2 3 centers are involved and only 2 electrons, so 3 center 2 electron bond is present, while the other hydrides of member of group are ionic. So beryllium hydride is covalent in nature and polymeric, while the hydrides of this member are ionic in nature. So this is also a point of difference. The next point of difference is basically the halide of beryllium. The halide of beryllium is covalent in nature. Why? Due to electron deficiency. And also halide of beryllium having polymeric structure. We know BeX2, only 4 electrons are there, means central atom has incomplete octet. Therefore we call Lewis acid. And BeCl2 exists in the 2 form. One is vapor form and one is solid form. So basically in vapor phase, BeCl2 exists in the form of chloro-bridge dimer. So in vapor phase, BeCl2 exists in the form of chloro-bridge dimer. We can see that there is chloro-bridge dimer. Chlorine donates its electron pair and forms coordinate bond with beryllium. Again there, chlorine donates its electron pair and form coordinate bond with beryllium. So basically BeCl2 in vapor phase exists as chloro-bridge dimer, and habitation of beryllium is 1, 2, 3. 3 means sp2. 3 electron pairs means sp2. And habitation of this beryllium is also sp2. While in the solid state, BeCl2 in solid state exists as polymeric form. So in vapor phase, BeCl2 exists in chloro-bridge dimer and habitation of each beryllium atom is sp2. While in the solid state, BeCl2 exists in the polymeric form and habitation of each beryllium is sp3. And in this case, 3 centers and 2 electrons are involved. Therefore 3 center 2 electrons bond are there, while in this case 4 centers we can see, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 3 electron bond are present. And we know the carbide of beryllium. Basically beryllium form carbides of Be2C, which on hydrolysis gives methane gas. The reaction is basically methanide reaction. We have discussed already about the carbide. So beryllium form carbide, while other members do not form carbides. While other members of this group do not form carbide. See the reaction of beryllium carbide. So beryllium carbide is basically Be2 plus when combined with C4 minus. On hydrolysis it gives methane gas. So this reaction is called methanide because it gives methane gas. In the similar way, aluminum carbide, which is the compound of Al3 plus and C4 minus, on hydrolysis it also gives methane gas. So basically beryllium carbide and aluminum carbide on hydrolysis, give methane gas. Therefore the hydrolysis of BeCl2 is same as the hydrolysis of Al. So we got methane gas. And we know CaCl2, calcium carbide, we also call acetylide, and acetylide on hydrolysis give ethane gas. In the same way, Allyl, we know allyl is magnesium carbide. On hydrolysis, it gives allylides, which is propane gas. See the next point of difference. The next point of difference is basically, we know, due to high hydration energy of beryllium, it exists in the hydrated form, but coordination number of beryllium is only 4 due to absence of vacant d orbital. So beryllium can exhibit coordination number of maximum 4 due to absence of vacant d orbital in beryllium. While the other members of the group can show coordination number of 6 by attaching with 6 water molecules due to presence of vacant d orbital.